Hey everyone, got a special guest today. My kittens are getting so big, man. They're not going to be kittens for very much longer. I hope everybody's having a great 4th, man. Doing this a little bit late. Um, I don't know. I kind of think it's done when it's supposed to be done, kind of a thing. Um, it's how the world works. So I've been sick all week, and my body must have needed the rest, and I ended up sleeping until like 3:30. And had a meeting with some people at 5 o'clock, so went and did that. And what we were discussing was um, these hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of food that they had that we're trying to get to the homeless. Um, I love sitting down with people with their passions and helping them find them and get there. And yeah, it was another neat experience. God working in my life, and we're going to be able to help some people. Um, and what's neat is that I'm going to be able to help these people the way that I'd like to help them. And that's neat. And I can do that because my will is in line with God's. And He may change the plan on me. He may change the plan. Chris and Gary are here. Good to see you guys. If you're one of the other two people hanging out, feel free to say hello. And of course, while we're doing this, if you have things that you want to say or an experience you have, please feel free to add it in there. Um, your experience may be different from mine, and that's okay. We need to have different types of experience. Yes, the volume probably just went down on you guys a little bit. Shouldn't be at 100. Yeah, be blowing people away like that. Okay, you get what's called clipping. So if you're ever doing anything live, you can watch your little speaker thing. If it goes into the yellow, you're too loud. Just so you know. Kind of help you guys out there. So let's get this to this today. I'm going to be reading. The topic is out of A Day at a Time. So let's grab it and talk about it. Um, and I go through this a lot. Um, we have a disease, and I certainly do not. I am not going to berate people or get down on them because of a disease, man. I am not. Just like we were talking with these folks, um, I'm looking at opening some sober livings, but the one thing that I will not do, I refuse to do this, is if somebody relapses, just excommunicating them. No, I won't do it. Uh-uh. They are welcome to come back. Now they're going to have to go back, and it's unfortunate, but sometimes relapse is part of our recovery. Okay, so just because someone makes a mistake doesn't mean they have to go back to the very frickin' beginning. No, they don't need to do that. Now, if they continue to stay out, you're going to do this on a case by case basis. Now, what we are going to do is take responsibility for our actions, right? So let's talk about that. It's time for me to start being responsible for my own actions. Yeah, and just your own. You don't have to take responsibility for other people's actions unless you want to. It's time for me to be willing to take some chances. Okay? Yeah. Put your foot out. Watch it get stepped on, right? And don't get angry about it. You put it out there on purpose, right? It's going to. It'll happen. What are you going to do with it? If my new life in the program is valid and right, as I truly believe, then surely it can stand the test of exposure to real life situations and problems. So I won't be afraid to be a human, and if necessary, to sometimes fall on my face in the process of living. That is going to happen. Okay? Hey, good to see you. And sorry, I couldn't make it. I didn't make it to the 4th. I missed you guys, Patricia. I really wanted to be there, but I can still kind of feel this cold too. So even if I would have woke up on time, I still wouldn't have gone because, you know, yeah, I want to see everybody, but I don't want to get everybody sick either. Um, and living entails sharing, accepting, giving, and interacting with other people. Now is the time for me to put my faith into action. Have I begun to practice what I preach by putting my new thoughts and ideas into action? Love action. Love it. Because it solidifies what it is that you're saying. Right? Everything that I say and I do on here, I do myself. And I certainly wouldn't ask somebody that either works with me or for me or anything else to do anything that I wouldn't do myself or haven't already done. Because I love the experience, and experience is fact, right? Well, while I go through that, I'm going to stumble. I'm going to fall. I'm going to make mistakes. That's part of learning. Okay? Accept those mistakes, make amends where appropriate, and move on. Okay? It is going to happen. For as much good as I want to do, I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings eventually. Okay? Before, it used to be intentional. Now, no. May the program, with God's help, give me a chance to live a steady, creative, outreaching life so that I may share with others what has been given to me, freely given to me. May I realize on this Declaration of Independence Day that I too have a celebration of freedom, freedom from my addiction. Today I'll remember to celebrate my personal freedom, and you don't have to pay taxes on it anymore either. Freaking British. I'm British. Give me my tea. So, no matter what it is, sometimes it's in the beginning of the program, it doesn't matter. What we have every single day is what we're dealing with right now. It can't be more than that. It is physically impossible. Okay? I have a podcast tomorrow. I'm here today. All right? But that doesn't mean I can't set it up. Look like we might have had some confusion on some time. I'm going to flip that over so I can't see it. All right. A natural faith. And this is going to be daily reflections. Everybody's probably already kind of read it today. So, deep down in every woman, man, woman, and child is the fundamental idea of God. Okay? You guys, we were not born not believing in God. Okay? And I'm the kind of guy where I would rather go through life praising God to find out that there wasn't one than to go through life and saying that there wasn't one and avoiding it to find out that there was one. Not only that, but there's just too many things that happen in my life now for me not to believe. You know? I mean, heck, I meet up with people with these, I mean, they could be making bank. They're not. They're not, because it is not about the money. In fact, we sat down for 2 hours. We never even talked money. What we talked about was implementation. How can we get it to these people? Because we know in our heart of hearts that God is going to provide for us, just like He already has. No, I'm not rich. Okay? I have no money, but I am well provided for. It may be obscured by calamity, by pomp, by worship of other things, but in some form or other, it is there. For faith in a power greater than ourselves and a miraculous demonstration of that power in human lives are facts as old as man himself. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 55. Let's read a little bit of that. We got a little bit of time. All right. And of course, this was in We Agnostics. Let's just go to 55 and read. Yet we have seen another kind of flight, a spiritual liberation from this world. People arose above their problems. They said God made these things possible, and we only smiled. We had seen spiritual release, but like to tell ourselves it wasn't true. Yeah, I went through that a lot where I saw other people getting spiritual release, and I didn't believe. I didn't believe them. And I'll tell you what it was: fear, fear of the unknown, of being. I'm like, no, they're relying on God. They're just weak little. No, I was, I was so wrong, and I'm glad I was. It's one of those things, you guys. If you get to a place where you're happy you are wrong, then you're doing it right. Makes sense? Because if I'm wrong, I get to learn something from it. The good news is we're the problem. That's the good news. Actually, we were fooling ourselves. We're deep down. Okay, we just read that. We finally saw that faith in some kind of God was a part of our makeup, just as much as a feeling for we had for a friend. Sometimes we had to search fearlessly, but he was there. He was as much a fact as we were. We found the great reality deep down within us. In the last analysis, it is only there that he may be found, and it was so with us. I'm going to read one more paragraph. We can only clear the ground a little bit. Okay. So in other words, we're giving you a beginning. We're clearing the ground, but you got to kind of do the rest, because faith without works is dead. Okay. If our testimony helps sweep away prejudice, enables you to think honestly, encourages you to search diligently within yourself, then if you wish, you can join us on the broad highway. With this attitude, you cannot fail. The consciousness of your belief is sure to come to you. Man, I want to keep reading because I'm feeling it. So, yes, a deep down feeling that God is there and that we never, ever, ever have to be alone again. I haven't felt lonely, not like I did. Not like I did, man. Just so lonely that I just didn't want to be here anymore. And now, every day, I get up and I get to do what Gary's talking about right now, praising God for my independence, for my freedom, because I didn't have it before. I was driven by addiction, by everything else. All right, we got 2 minutes. I've seen the workings of the unseen God in AA rooms around the country, miracles of recovery in everywhere in evidence. Are you willing to see it? Are you open-minded enough to see it? I now believe that God is in these rooms and in my heart. I absolutely believe that. I know God is in my heart because I can feel it. Right now, I can feel it. Today, faith is natural for me. Remember I was saying earlier I didn't like it because of fear of the unknown? Well, I took that leap of faith. I took it because I didn't have anything else to lose. Well, it's not true. I still had some other things to lose, and I wasn't willing to lose them to alcohol and my spiritual malady. The 12 steps have helped change my life in many ways, but none is more effective than the acquisition of a higher power. Cool, guys. Thank you for being here. It was good to see you, Patricia. Good to see you, Gary, Chris, and our unknown listener. Thank you for being here. And good on you guys for being out there and helping other people in your servants' hearts. I absolutely love you guys. I do. Peace out and have a day.